Hello, people. I thought I'd just say the words because trying to do it in type is absolutely impossible. It's just way too much writing, way too much script. No one can read it or understand it. So let me say what I'm thinking and what I've been praying on. It's very overwhelming what's going on right now. I look at this situation in biblical terms. Today begins the Triduum. Tonight is Holy Night. Tonight is the night of the Last Supper and Jesus in the garden. And I am overwhelmed with the fact of them keeping us from the host. You see, they're using these governors, just like Pontius Pilate was a governor, and the Sanhedrin used him to blame for the crucifixion of Christ, though it was the hierarchy within the temple. And right now, it's the hierarchy in the temple that's holding us from Christ. It's not the governors. It's not these social distancing rules. That's baloney. You see, you can fill a church with thousands of people. That would be wrong. I agree. That's too much right now. But we can get in a line in any store 6 feet apart from any other customer in the store. There's lines for everything. And there's so many places that have no lines at all because you can just walk right in. It's pretty crazy. But the bottom line is, to get the host, they only have to do the transmitigation. They just have to do the Mass and turn the water and wine into the body and blood of Christ. And then the body is available to be given to us anywhere. So we don't have to be in the church. We can be outside. They can do drive-bys. You can do it just like a McDonald's thing. That's how they gave out the palms this year. I had confession yesterday. I'm doing this, believe it or not. Frankie's in a state of grace. I went to confession to get my mind right, to be prepared to speak to people, because you can get in this. You can get a loaf of bread at a register, a whole loaf. I'll show you. I'll go in a sub shop, get a whole big hunk of bread. They have gloves on, no masks, nothing. Go right up to the counter. And this is what's really happening and what they're calling social distancing. But the reality is people are everywhere. And none of it really matters, because the law that they're hiding behind is a law that says you cannot fill a church with people, but you can give out the host. You can give out palms. You can give out hamburgers. And they're trying to tell us, they're stealing our religious freedoms. Absolutely, keeping us from our religious freedom, telling me that the host is not essential, but you can go to the liquor store, essential, right? You go to the liquor store, essential. Reese's Cups, essential. Are you kidding me? How dare they tell me the host is not essential? And yes, you can go. You could even do a line along the inside of the church, just like you can go right in Walmart. So long as you have little spots on the floor, stay 6 feet apart, you're totally legal. So you could actually go right up to the altar, 6 feet apart, and get the host and have it be 100% legal. But they're blaming the governors. They're turning around going, we can't do it, we can't do it. But they're not working around it. Why are these cardinals, why are these bishops working so hard to keep us from the host? What is behind that? It seems a little demonic to me, because it just makes sense that everybody would be trying to get the host to people, but they're not. They're doing everything possible to keep us from the sacraments. Everything humanly possible. It's absolutely wrong on every level. There's something really wrong. What's wrong with this Pope? What makes him think that he's better than the world with his, I'm going to change the Our Father, like every saint before him didn't know the translation? This is 100%
You're gonna let me see my kids.
Arrogance and pride of the man, that he thinks that he can just walk all over even the Our Father. And he's doing nothing with our bishops. He's doing nothing with the rosary. You know how many rosaries a day the Pope could have had if he led us? Where are the leaders? Where's the cardinals? Every day asking us to commune at 3 o'clock, the hour of great mercy, and do rosaries together. If they were doing that, they'd have millions and millions of rosaries to defend us in this pandemic. But they've done nothing. And like I say, they're keeping us from the host because it's the same as the crucifixion. Just like I said in that last tape, the second I said the word crucifixion, that they're re-crucifying Christ, the bells went off in the shrine. Had nothing to do with me. Those sound effects aren't mine. The second I said it, check it out, it's kind of uncanny that the bells should go off at that moment. I claim nothing except the bells went off all on their own when I said they're re-crucifying Christ at that shrine. So here you are. I know I'm a little repetitive, but they're using the governor as a scapegoat, just like he's Pontius Pilate. He's washing his hands of all of it and just saying, well, you can't gather inside of a church with lots of people. Agreeable. But you can give out the host one by one, just like going up in any other line to pick up any other essential item. There's essential for the body, there's essential for the mind, and there's essential for the soul. The host is essential for the soul. This is your doorway to heaven, people. Jesus, I trust in you. That's your doorway. That's how you get there. Follow the blood and water. Blood and water both flowed to prove that he was dead on the cross, because the only time the water separates from the blood is at death. This is very real. This will help you at Passover on your door, which is now. It'll help keep the angel of death away. But how are we ever going to get our religious freedoms back after this? You think that they're not going to do some more of whatever they need to? This is Satan's voice saying that distancing and they can't give out the host. They can. The laws are 100% clear. They can. The governor won't define it. I wrote him. Fox News, well, I love them, but they're kind of missing the big question. The big question, Fox News and all the rest of you, is the church is separate. Filling a church, filling that huge hall with people is 100% different than having a socially distanced line that meets the letter of the law. And give us the host. Give us the host. It's Easter. Give us the host. Stop hiding our Lord. And as far as the Pope goes, one of the things is all kinds of body in his courtyard before that last image that they talk about in Fatima, that there'd be all kinds of bodies behind a Pope that gets shot. Now, I hope that nothing ever happens, except that he's converted to Catholicism. That would be a good thing if we could convert him to Catholicism, because what he's doing is something very, very wrong. Very, very wrong. Too many rules, too many things he's changing with his pride. Just thinks it's okay. But that's not me. That's the other theologians that would tell you that. I'm just repeating them, okay? Look this stuff up. But they've kept us on Easter thousands of years, and now they're holding us away from the host. How ridiculous. There's people out everywhere. This is absurd. They're hiding behind Pontius Pilate right now. The crucifixion is happening all over again. And right now, with all the things they're saying, they're whipping him in the streets. They have all of you so scared that you're going to die, you're going to die. Their numbers are all askew. If you notice, all the numbers for normal pneumonia are missing. The numbers are way off for normal pneumonia. Many of these people are dying of regular pneumonia and just being classified as something else. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, and yeah, there is a pandemic, and yeah, this is a horrible thing. And yeah, I think that maybe New York is suffering for their abortion laws. Sorry, people. You know, full-term abortion, 59,000 people in 1 year just in New York City in 97. 59,000 abortions. More black people aborted in one single day in one single year than this pandemic's going to take from this country. Not even close. I mean, then this is ridiculous. Okay, so if you think that that there's nothing going on behind the scenes, that there's no reason why God would be angry with 1.4 billion abortions, God's angry. Sorry to tell you. I truly believe that the abortion table is the altar of Satan. There you go. That's what it is. That's sacrifice of innocent souls. 90,000 a month in America. 3,000 a day. 3,000 a day. And you're going to tell me about this pandemic? Why don't we talk about the genocide? Okay? So, I hope we all pray, and I hope you share. And where I'm wrong, but I'm fighting for God. You see what's in my hand? I am fighting for God. Okay? That's what I care about. And the great weapon is our rosary. And say the rosaries. And that's exactly why the Pope isn't saying the rosaries. Because that's exactly what Mother Mary wants, and he doesn't seem to care. Where are you, Cardinal? Why aren't you doing the rosaries with us? Where are you, Mr. Malone? You know? And where are all the rest of yous? All these little bishops in all these areas. And they tell them that they can give out the palms from a car, but you can't give out the host. Same distancing. Are you kidding me? Dear God, please, please, somebody, somehow get to these evil heads of the church. Listen to the real full prayer to Michael the Archangel, and you will see that the church is loaded with evildoers. There's nothing more I can say. I just pray for the convergence back to true Catholicism by all these leaders. Let's pray between now and Sunday, somebody somewhere opens up and gives out the consecrated host from the Catholic altar to the flock. I love you all. God bless. Have an amazing Easter one way or the other. See you soon.